So, you're seeing so many different memes and quotes, and you're going to continue to see that. But really, look at this. I think this is a great way to look at it. Your success is dependent on your belief that you have the ability to succeed. So ultimately, it comes down to you and your belief, and your attitude really will be the defining thing on whether or not you will succeed or not. It comes down to your personal belief, because everyone can succeed, but not everyone will. So it's going to come to those that really choose success, right? And I think you'll all realize that there's never been a better time to grow than right now. Right now, you have an incredible opportunity in front of you, but success is something that you pay for in advance. And those payments really will be not financial payments, but they will be emotional payments, right? It'll be emotional strength and fortitude. Certainly, you'll need training to enhance your skill set, but here it is. You're going to need to overcome some self-doubt. And that's probably when you hear the success stories of people that have achieved success in Market America, ultimately, it's really a business of personal development. It's going to be measured by the obstacles and the challenges that you overcome, the rejection, the failures, the number of work corrections, right? Are you willing to make the corrections to excel? Financial obstacles, the competition, and of course, leadership, right? So keep looking up and never look back. There's a reason why the windshield is much larger than the rearview mirror. Don't doubt yourself or be overcome with fear. You've got to step forward and into it and realize that you've got so many people at your side and a company that believes in you that's going to give you every possible resource and asset to make it. There really is no step that's too small as long as you're moving forward. I heard, there is no elevator to success. It's a stairwell, and you've got to touch every step, right? So small steps result in big accomplishments. So you got to focus on the result producing activities, and we do that by winning the day. Every day, you've got to win the day. You've got to make that statement to stay in the game yourself. You've got to be the one to declare that you are going to be successful, and you can't let a day go by. Every day and every hour matters when it comes to your mindset. And you've heard this quote from him many, many times, right? Do something positive every single day for your business. It comes down to consistency and execution. And you know that you've heard me talk a lot about attitude. You've heard me talk a lot about activity and skill. And Dennis and I really had an interesting relationship just based on being athletes. And in fact, we were athletes at rival schools, right? University of Michigan, Ohio State University. So it was always interesting. Every time we had a conversation and text messages back and forth, it really came down to just understanding and loving each other with that athletic background, NCAA champion, gymnastics team, and, obviously a champion with the Michigan Wolverines, and both went on to do other things with their careers. But really comes down to consistency and execution. You got to believe in order to achieve. Believe in yourself. You got to believe in your team. You've got to believe in your products, your plan, and your company. You can't let your belief sway, because that is going to make a major impact. And that's why the GMTSS and staying plugged in is critical to your success. It's being surrounded with the positive people that are heading in the same direction. You can and will achieve great things. You got to make that declaration, the decision to win. And this is something important to realize, that success is never permanent. It's simply a platform to accomplish more. You see, success is relative to every single person, and you can achieve success, but then you've got to be looking forward to the next success. We are not defined by success. It's something that we're always moving to. It's something to be achieved, and it's something to build upon. So when you look at the Victor's Code, 7 timeliness universals, right? Teach them early what we've learned to date Learn it, internalize it, and live by it. Vision, right? Simply the ability to see. Do you have the vision? Do you have the vision to see where the company is going? Do you have the vision to see the products and where they're headed? Do you have the vision to see where you can go in leading your team? Valor, possessing exceptional courage and determination. We talked about that, right? The courage to move on and the determination and the will to succeed. The Spartans do not ask how many are the enemy, but where are they? Vehemence, showing of great energy or passion. And my goodness, this defined him, right? The showing of great energy or passion. Enthusiasm, Greek for God within, and theos, right? Do you have that energy? Do you have that passion? It's contagious. People can feel that energy and that passion. It's a transfer of energy. So you've got to show it. You've got to display it. You've got to be passionate about what you have. Veracity, the habit of speaking the truth. Being willing to stand against the crowd and standing up for what you believe in and speaking the truth about what? The products, the science, the company, where we're headed. Vitality, the life force or ability to live, right? Are you living? Every day, are you making an effort to live your best life? Vitality. Vigor, the ability to thrive and survive. And I think that's a big one over the past 18 months, right? The ability to thrive and survive through an economic, I wouldn't even say downturn, but through the pandemic and how that affects the economy, affects your health, affects your family, affects your relationships. Are you vigorous? And of course, victory, the accomplishment of an aim, victory. And everyone has their own victory. And as I said, success is relative. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. There'll never be the right time in your life to do a great thing. You must create that time, and greatness will follow. And I'll tell you, that time is now. And if you're interested in the Victor's Code, you can learn more in The Last Laugh, The Vision to Victory, right? An incredible book, talks all about these principles of success. And it leads us right into leadership, right? Leaders in motion. And what we do in this business is we follow the leader until we can become the leader, and then we lead others to lead. This really is a leadership business, right? The functions of a leader. We've got to what? Lead by example. You've got to set the vision. You're building a team and an organization, and you are the leader. You've got to get the resources, you've got to clear the obstacles, and you've got to have great conversations or interactions with your team, with our colleagues and our peers, with the company, as a way that we can all move together. So you've got to be the leader that you would want to follow. Many people don't have a leader, and they're looking for a leader. But most importantly, you're leading the way yourself. You can't lead anyone else further than you've gone yourself. So you've got to be the first leader in your business. Leadership creates the culture, and the culture takes care of the organization. And we have profound respect for so many leaders in the company. And you look at their organizations, say, oh, they're so fortunate, but look what happened. They simply created a culture, and their entire team and organization kind of was molded around the leader's culture. So what culture are you defined by? Does it require talent? Yes, success requires talent. But through this business, the binomial expansion develops talent through a team approach. The skill and the ability by learning with and doing with, right? Performance and execution matters, being coached by the coaches and the mentors, that emotional engagement and passion. We duplicate leadership and rise new leaders through the ranks. And yeah, eventually that's a talent. But you come to this business not ever having been an unfranchised owner. So we have that imprinted upon us through leadership. If you don't invest very much, then defeat doesn't hurt very much. And winning is not very exciting. You've got to invest yourself. Invest yourself every ounce of energy into your goal, your passion, on where you're going. Because you're either going to have that regret, right? You'll have that fear of missing out. Or you're going to have that, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took that step out of my comfort zone. So you've got to become the best you. Eliminate your greatest distraction, root out the negative influences, implement an anti-distraction system, whatever it is. Find a way to remove distraction. Get active in implementing the result-producing activities and the systems that support them. Today, redefine your purpose. Identify your fire-stoking rituals. Get into your zone, right? And do you know what that means? Right? To succeed, you have to do your best no matter where you are and with what you have. No excuses. Good is not good enough when better is expected. And that's excellence that Dennis expected of everyone that he worked with. And I'll tell you right now, he wants nothing more than for people to move onward and upward. And he's living and breathing inside each of one of us. His heart and soul is within you to do your best. And he's looking down, looking at everyone saying, I expect you to move on, and I require excellence of you, and I hope you do too. And that's what we can do as a tribute back to him. So set your timelines and your measurements, and be accountable. If you want more, you must become more. And there is fear in leadership, right? When you're struggling on the inside, right, there's fear there. But confidently on the outside, that is part of leadership. It happens to many first-time leaders. You feel that luck, not accomplishments, talent, or qualifications is the reason for your success. I got here, I'm lucky, I'm fortunate, but I don't know what I'm doing here. Fears include underachieving, appearing foolish, being vulnerable, not being politically correct. Well, guess what? You've got to stand strong and confident, even though you may have some of those fears within you. Leaders work through it. You've got to check your ambition, you got to check your belief systems, you got to check your habits and check your schedule. How are you spending time? Because that defines you. Leaders must lead. Make quick decisions, right? Make prompt decisions for the right reasons. Set your priorities. Qualify, recruit, and sponsor. Lead by example when it comes to expanding your business. Live the values of your organization, right? That culture we talked about. Work hard to develop new leaders. Set measurements and accountability. Expect the best from others, but you can only expect the best from others when they see that you expect the best from yourself. You've got to deal with those dissenting voices and follow through. Unfranchised leadership can thrive and will thrive if we all work together. So some final leadership thoughts. You've got to respect the small steps. That daily activities truly do matter. As small and as insignificant as they may seem, they matter. They add up. Keep the fundamentals at your core. Keep them near and dear to you because the basics matter as well. Maintain mental conditioning. Flush negative thoughts and people out of your life. Feed your mind with positivity. Surround yourself with positive, successful people, and continue to hone and build your skills. And lastly, let this echo within each and every one of you and hear his voice inside you each and every day to truly stay focused and stay the course. Dennis, we love you. You're with us forever. You were an incredible man, an incredible leader, and you had a major impact on everyone whose lives that you touched directly or indirectly or through this company or beyond. We respect you, and you will always be an incredible leader in this company, and we thank you.